Greetings everyone, I am RSV. So, you have that Cinequin weapon that costs this much that you want to grind out for? Well, here are some methods for gaining Mesceta. Obviously, there are rare drops that you cannot count on that will immediately give you a bunch of Mesceta if you happen to get them, but I will not be talking about them in this video. These ways are more guaranteed and more focused on Mesceta gain that you can count on. So, in no particular order, number 1, Mount Magnus, Fresel Forest, and Vanford Lab. The February patch introduced the ability to farm a decent amount of Mesceta from these combat zones. In testing, with an unoptimized clear route, you can get between 15,000 and 25,000 Mesceta every 15 minutes. This is 60,000 to 100,000 every hour. Next is Dread and Gigantic Hunting. I lump these two together as they are not new options, and they both require hunting an affixed enemy. And by affixed enemy, I mean hunting a malevolent or veteran enemy. The goal with these two is to hunt down Guess Augments and, of course, Dreadkeeper free, both of which selling fairly handsomely. I cannot talk about earning Mesceta without mentioning Alpha Reactors and, of course, the Cellerite Fragments. Farming these out every single day, you can get around 75k daily. In addition to this, when they have the Cellerite quest available, you can get another 75k just by collecting the collectibles out in the world. These two options, while the Stellar drops aren't always available, is an option for when they are. And these are the last two options that do not require a shop pass. L Domina and Ret Domina grinding. The next option is to farm the capsules out in the world. This will go in tandem with the next option, which will involve the Augment Exchange Vendor. However, the way that this works is essentially you go out into a gathering zone and you just take Zombie and murder everything except for the veteran enemy. Or you can kill the veteran enemies in tandem. The goal here is to collect note A, B, C, and D's, stamina, spirit, deafness, precision, etc. There are a lot of augments that sell in these gathering zones for a decent amount of Mesceta if you have time to grind them, and they drop fairly regularly. And here's where I segue into the exchange vendor. You can create augments that sell for high amounts of Mesceta using this vendor. A good example is combining the deft augment with precision augments to create the meta augment that they create. For a full list of the augments that you can make, please visit the item lab and go to the augment exchange section. Personally, my method of choice would be to just gather the farming zones, as these augments drop fairly regularly, but you need a lot of them to make a dent. I've been RSV, I hope my guide was helpful to you, and I will see you next time.